Good morning from Big Sky Country. I have not done a video in a really long time, and I have little blurbs. I have a couple of vlogs that I did in February, but it's not enough to do a full video. And I have a couple of Bricklink orders that I got, but they're not big enough to do standalone videos. So I'm going to throw those all on here. Just to give you an idea, I have been busy with the business. I just haven't filmed any of it. I've just been so focused on getting stuff into inventory that I haven't bothered to film it. Plus, I think it gets a little boring after a while, just me going, oh, this is what I worked on today. So I didn't do a lot of videos. But in February, we did get our highest inventory count that we've ever had, which was 127,000 parts, which was very exciting. Of course, then immediately we got like a 1,000-part order and knocked that back down. So I've been slowly trying to get that back up. It was easy to do at one point because I was working on the 1x1 round plates and had a ton of those. So I was able to get the count back up, but it wasn't a variety of parts, which I usually enjoy putting into the store because you're more likely to draw people in with a variety. During February, and I think I did a video on this, I did some reorganizing because we got some more of these little storage units from Amazon, and I did some checking, and I might be getting a few more of these just because I like the idea of having room to expand into. We're starting to get a lot more bulk of parts, and sorting them out is going to make it easier when we go to pull parts. For a lot of stores, they have the space and they can put one lot in one drawer. I don't have that space, so a lot of mine have the same part number but different colors in the drawer, and we have a little container. We just dump it out, go through it, pull the parts, and put it away. Something we're used to doing, but it is a little bit time consuming at times. And now that we're starting to get more bulk of certain colors of parts, we're starting to pull those out and put those in these little drawers here, just to make it a little bit easier when we're pulling parts. So that was something else we've been doing, looking at our storage, changing things around. We moved a bunch of stuff. I bought some more storage units so that I could put the parts that we have a lot of, like bricks and things and certain slopes, into those to make it easier as well and to free up some space in our stack-ons. So that was a lot of my February, was putting parts in inventory and reorganizing. And of course, you know, I've already noticed that there's been a couple of things I moved and I forgot to hit the save button, so it's a scramble trying to figure out where we put them. But that's on me. My husband doesn't do that, and it annoys him when I forget to hit the save button. As for March, I'm hoping that March will be a pretty good month. I really don't have a lot going on this month, so I'm hoping to be able to focus my weekends on the business. The first part of April, I have a couple of different things that I'm doing, so I'm not going to be around much the first half of April, at least on the weekends. And so I really want to focus this month on trying to get stuff into inventory, get some stuff on eBay, because we do have a store, but we don't get a lot of sales on there. But stick around because I will have 2 Bricklink hauls and a couple of vlog posts from February. One of them is kind of long. It really goes in and does like a mini store tour, so you might want to stick around for that. Good morning. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, but I thought I would do one this morning. I just wanted to show you the temperature. See that 18? Yeah, it's actually minus 18. That little tiny slash right there in front of the 18 means it's minus 18 degrees, which means it's warmed up because it was minus 21 when I got out here this morning. One of the things that I have been looking at around my shop is how I can increase my storage capacity. And as you know, I have very limited space in my shop for inventory. So I had some of these containers and I bought some more, and so last night and this morning I moved all my little Star Wars micro sets and was able to fill in the gaps and get some more storage, so I'll have some room there as well. A couple of little changes is I bought a cheap laptop and this arm so that we could double check some things with the computer as we're pulling parts onto our cart. This came in really handy because I recently had a 3,000 part order, and it was nice to be able to just double check what I was pulling from the computer and make sure that we had everything right. I think one of the things I need to do is an updated store tour because I haven't done one in a couple of years, and we have changed a couple of little things. Now that we're selling on eBay, we have these 2 boxes. We put all our promotional Lego sets that we got, gift with purchase sets, on eBay because there was quite a few that we were never going to put together. My husband went through all our poly bags that we've bought over the years and listed some of those. There's still quite a few in there we're waiting to see if go up in price. And then these are all the sets that I need to get posted on eBay. I either have to put them together or just take pictures and double check the parts. This box over here, our Smile box, was an Amazon box, but I decided to use that container instead. But in our remarks, it's called Smile box. And those are all the collectibles that we currently have. Some of them are for sale. Again, we're waiting to see if the price goes up. And my big mess. I still have all of this stuff here. These containers I'm working through. These 5 here are ones I bought on eBay over the years. That was from our local postal carrier. He was selling off part of his collection, so that's down there. This is part of that really big 80+ pound lot that I got in November. This is some of that. This over here, I believe, is part of another Lego haul from last summer. Nope, from the year before. This is how far behind I am on getting stuff in the inventory. And down here is just some of the sorted stuff that came out of that container. So I'm still working through those as well. I feel like my shop is really cluttered because I have a lot of stuff in here. But this is all for recycling that won't pick up for another week. This right here, this and the lower shelves are sets that I'm going to be posting on eBay here soon, hopefully. I've got to take pictures of them and take them apart, double check the parts and that sort of thing. Some more containers. I'm going to see if the person who gave us these containers full of Lego wants those back. If not, those will be going into storage soon. Over here, more Lego. This is what is left of the 88 pounds that I bought in November that I still need to sort through. I'm pretty happy that I got it down into a smaller container, and that's only half full, so I'm really close to having that done. This I bought in January of 2024. This was another huge lot that I got from a coworker. The top is full of sets that I'm trying to collect parts for so that I can get those into eBay, and the bottom is just stuff that needs to be put into inventory. Now that you're caught up with some of the stuff that's been going on in my store, what am I working on this morning? I have these bricks here that I'm going to be putting into inventory, a couple of wedge parts because I had pulled out the wedge parts out of that big 88 pounds of Lego. So I'm trying to get these in this morning, and then once I get these in, I will put in these bricks here. So I have the 2x3s, 2x2s, the corners, and then all the 1xs are in there. And one last thing before I start working on the Lego for a half hour, I have actually had a really good start to 2025. We brought in over $700 in January, and we're already up to $600 for February, and it is only the 11th. So it should be a pretty good month. I'm glad we're starting out strong. Hopefully we can keep going in the same direction. I have a really small Bricklink order here, and I'll just dive right into this one. Got a packing list. It's always nice. Well packaged with plenty of bags for me to reuse, which I always enjoy. Okay, I'm a little concerned about some of these sand green because I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in the video, but these are actually a little bit different colored than the rest of these sand greens. I've never seen a sand green this color. It's almost a light olive green instead of sand green, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to use those. So I may contact her and ask her about those because those don't look like sand green to me. Yeah, they're definitely a different color. I'm not sure. They're Lego, but they are, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. I'll hold it in different positions. But it is definitely a different color green. This is the normal sand green that I'm used to seeing. I have no idea what this is. And there's like 3 or 4 of those in here. So I might ask for a refund on those just because they're just not the right green. Oh, you know what it is? I bet these are faded. I don't know. They just don't have the same color. Maybe they're faded. I would be curious if anybody else has seen this issue where it's 2 different colors for the sand green, because you can clearly see, hopefully you can see it in the, this one's really scratched up too. These were used, but she didn't say that they were noticeably used. So I'm not too happy with that, but I understand these sand green ones, but they're also pretty expensive. These are 50 cents a piece. And I think at 50 cents a piece, you're going to double check to make sure that you have the right colors. So I will most likely be contacting her and saying that I don't know what these are, but they're not sand green. There's definitely a different color to it. And these, there's a couple of these that are really, really scratched up. This is so disappointing. I'm going to edit this video so that I don't say the name of this person's store just because I don't want to bring any negativity to her. She must be fairly new. She's only got 400 feedback. Obvious, these are very faded. That's why they're a different color. So I will be contacting her about these. And they're supposed to be 4. Oh, okay, we'll have to look to see how those are. But I will definitely be going through these, contacting her, and asking for a refund on the ones that I can't use. So disappointing because this was what I ordered 33 of these so that I would be able to finish up getting the 1x3 sand green bricks, and I'm not. So I will count those and look through those later and get a hold of her and let her know that some of those just are not, yeah, every time the light hits it, it just shows even more. This one is scratched. Oh, this one is like deeply gouged even. So I will definitely be getting a hold of her. I'll be polite. You know, I understand what it's like to be a new Bricklink seller. I used to do the same thing, so I understand, but there's also a learning curve. And if you're going to be selling parts that are faded, you really need to note that, especially when the parts are 52 cents each, because that was $17 of a $23 order is right here. And probably a third of those I'm not going to be able to use. So let's check out the rest of it. Hopefully the rest of it is in better shape. So I'm checking these a little bit more closely just because these are more expensive. This is almost $3. This is a dark gray door frame for the greengrocer, and this does look like it's in fairly good shape. And then we have the 4 sand green 1x4 bricks, also for the greengrocer, and those look like they're in much better shape. So we'll be able to use those. And this is for my apple treehouse. Every time I do one of these videos, I say it's the last part needed. We'll see if this is actually the last part I need for that apple treehouse. And this is for the Droid Tri-Fighter. I actually have quite a few of these sticker pieces I need. I think I have everything but the stickered pieces for that. So this is one that I'm collecting parts so I can sell it on eBay. Oh, and the dark brown broom is for a Harry Potter collectible, and so this will be going to my husband. Dark red, also for my cafe corner. And then I had several parts for little sets that I'm going to be selling on Bricklink, just some little polybag type sets. And I just needed 3 of these corner panels and 3 of the tile grills, and those are there. This corner tile is for the fire mech, and this round brick is for the Garma Mech Man, both of which I'm going to be putting together and making sure I have all the parts and get those sold on eBay as well. So like I said, I'm very disappointed in the sand green bricks. I will definitely be contacting her after I go through them and see which ones I'm able to keep and which will get tossed in my filler box unless she wants them back. But I doubt it. But I will send her an email and let her know what happened. She can also watch this video if she has any doubts about what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't know how well my lighting is for people to be able to see the difference in the color. Hopefully you can see that. And these have not only just the normal abrasions that you get from Lego rubbing together, but some of these have actual gouges that you can feel when you rub your fingernail on. And I never sell parts like that. Those always go in my filler box. But like I said, when I first started, like she is, I would sell these parts not realizing how particular people were. And now that I'm really into this and I'm trying to rebuild some of my own sets, I've gotten a lot pickier about what I sell because I only sell what I want to receive. So that was this order. Like I said, I'm going to edit this and take out her name so that she doesn't get any negativity, because the rest of the order was great. It was just these here. Everything else is good and what I ordered, and I will move on from here. This is the second little order I got. This is, I think with the exception of like one part, this is all for my personal sets. I decided to collect parts for a new Christmas set that I wanted. A friend of mine had given me the instruction manual and to sell in my store, but the more I looked at it, the more I wanted to build it, and so I'm collecting parts for that. This order is from RCS Electronics and Toys. On Bricklink, it's RCSeToys. So we're going to get into this one. Okay. Another packing list. And some more bags. I got some more of the door frames. I got 3 for the cafe corner. So these 3 black are all for the cafe corner. The dark gray is for the greengrocer, and the white one is for the greengrocer as well. So slowly getting those parts. Pretty much for the greengrocer, I do have, everything I have left are the expensive parts. Like the 1x6 or 1x8 bricks that are like $5 each, $5 to $10 each, is pretty much what I have left. Those in the 1x2 modified bricks with groove, or now it says channel, but those are the ones I have left at the Green Grocer. So like I said, it's my dream set. I don't know if I'll ever get all those parts, but I'm definitely going to try. What I have left are just a bunch of little pieces, so we'll go through these hopefully rather quickly. So we have 3 of the black bricks. This is for that wintertime polar bear set that I'm collecting parts for. We do have the Garma Mech Man. There's a minifigure in there. I was missing the legs, so now I have the legs for that. These 2 parts here I ended up finding in my inventory when I was sorting, so I don't need these anymore. So those will just end up going back into my own inventory. These green arms and the white arms are ones that my husband needed to complete a minifigure that he was working on. He had the torso but not the arms, so I will give him those. I have no idea which ones they go for, but hopefully he'll know. So the coral parts, let's see, a whole bunch of light aqua. So we have 2 of the plates, 2 of the slopes, a tile, 2 round tiles, 3 of the 1x1 plates in magenta, the pearl gold. So we have 3 of the modified plates, a tile, a larger tile, 3 of the wedge plates, and a tan brick. My friends are always surprised that I have to order so many parts to complete sets. They don't understand that your inventory ebbs and flows and you never have the parts that you need in stock. Oh, those were actually, I put those in the wrong pile. These 4 here are actually for my cafe corner, along with these 3 panels here. And I'm checking these only because they are $3 each, and I want to make sure that there's no damage to those, and those look good. So let's see, 3 the modified bricks, 1 of the round slopes, another round slope, 4 of the tiles, and 2 of the round tiles. So everything is there, everything looks good. These parts here get me really close to having that wintertime polar bear set done. So I'm happy about that. And of course, I'm always happy to get parts for my cafe corner and my Green Grocer. So again, this was from RCSeToys on Bricklink, and I believe they were out of North Carolina. Yeah, out of North Carolina. So you might want to go give them a look. I will put their link in the description of this video. Thank you. So back in the day, I used to do the hydrogen peroxide trick to un-yellow the Lego, but what I found out was they ended up coming back more yellow, and this is a perfect example. I had put together this helicopter, and I'm getting ready to resell it, but as you can see, I'm going to have to replace every white piece that I have on here because it's so yellowed. I didn't do these because they had the stickers on them, and you can just tell how much it got yellowed from doing that hydrogen peroxide. And I know it works for some people, but I can never get it to work. So any of these pieces that I had tried to make more white are now completely yellowed and useless, and I'm going to have to replace all those. I even did these dishes up here, so I'm going to have to replace those as well. And I know I don't have a lot of these larger parts in my inventory, so I'm going to have to reorder them. And I think I ordered them so I could complete this set just for my personal collection. And now I have to order them again so that I can resell this on eBay. Thank you for sticking around for those extra little videos. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.